Hey, it's Kim Commando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to commando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. Starbathing.
Yes.
What is it?
No idea. Never even heard of it.
Starbathing. Make a guess.
All right. Taking a bath with Kim Kardashian. Starbathing.
Wouldn't you love that?
Absolutely. A bath, a shower, just washing hands together. I'll take any of it.
Taking her trash out.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter what it is. You know, she looks a lot different than she did 15 years ago.
She doesn't look like the same human.
No.
It's shocking when, she breaks the internet with a new picture. I'm like, who is that? None of them do.
No. Kylie?
None of them look the same.
She was not a pretty teenager.
Okay. I'm not going to go that far.
Okay. But now she's stunning.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of people who are, ugly ducklings and then they mature into beautiful swans.
Like me.
A lot of people.
Starbathing.
What is it?
You go camping.
Sure.
Hip camp is, they say that this is the new trend. So people, they're going online and they're saying, we want to be able to camp and see the stars. So now it's called starbathing.
That's always been camping.
So you're bathing in the stars.
But you've always gone camping
now
to see the stars.
It has a nice term to it.
Oh, okay.
Camping. Did you ever camp?
Yeah, I'm camping this summer. I camped last summer.
Really?
Like true camping.
Like, do you go poop in the woods?
Well, no, that's a campsite. So there is plumbing. But yes, it's true camping. Sleeping on the ground in a tent for a week.
I used to go camping as a kid.
And what happened? You got money?
No. Well, there was that. No, with my mom and dad and my brother and my sisters, and thinking about it now, it was a good time. Sometimes I get sentimental talking about it.
I'm sure,
but I just have to remember it's like past tense.
So dumb. I can tell every time you're ramping up. Well, you really get me when you have the sniper, the ones out of nowhere. But this one was a lot of hand movements.
It was a long way to go for a glass of water.
Past tense.
It was. Get it? Past tense.
I got it.
All right. Want me to do it again?
No.
Okay. On that happy note, welcome. It's Kim Commando Today. It's your podcast about all things digital. And this is not the Kim Commando Show.
No.
Because people are saying well, where's the show? Okay. The show is Kim Commando Show. That's the award-winning big show that's on hundreds and 500s, thousands of radio stations, and millions of people listen.
Sure.
And then this is Kim Commando Today, where it's you and me and a couple of other people.
Not the best sales job you're doing right now for the podcast.
No, I'm just saying, if you want the show, you have to search for Kim Commando Show.
That's a separate podcast. If you don't find it on the weekends, when it's airing, like you said, on 500 different stations, there is a separate podcast that has the whole show.
Exactly. Now, this is a little bit different because this is where we get to interview people, and you and I chit-chat.
Right.
What do you got coming up?
We finally have a state in the union that has put it on the books, laws on the books when it comes to artificial intelligence.
What are they hoping to do with this law?
Help the consumer.
Sorry.
Government helping the people. Once.
You're getting a little angry at that.
No, I'm very happy, and I hope it spreads nationwide.
And of course, I didn't introduce you.
No.
This is Adam.
One guy calls me Adam, and now it's my nickname. I am Andrew Babinski.
Yes. Nice, fine Irishman.
Very Irish.
Yes. Like, comment, share.
Every day. I was actually watching a live podcast on the internet this week. On Thursday.
Okay.
And I went, this is really cool. And I clicked the share button and I sent it to someone.
Oh, nice.
And that's what you guys can do.
Right.
If you say, I'm sitting here and I know Kim describes this as the lesser show, but it's still great.
It's a great show.
I can send it to someone by just commenting on the podcast, whether we're watching on Facebook or YouTube. You can share it with someone and always hit the follow button.
Because
you always know when we're starting.
All right. So we have a great interview coming up. A guy who lost thousands of dollars in an investment scam. We're going to be talking about that. But first, what comes first?
Is it 3 things?
5.
Oh, 5 things.
Yes, 5 top things that you need to know. It's happening in tech right now.
Go.
Okay, scammers are going online, and they are just looking for regular people's Instagram accounts, TikToks, whatever it may be. And then they're stealing those videos to sell products.
Well, that happens all the time.
Well, they're putting audio behind it. And so like this one woman, they deep faked her voice using her video.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually talking about ED. And she's saying like, this medication has made my life so much better.
I actually saw her. She did a reaction video to seeing herself sell these videos. Yeah. And she was, first of all, she was confused because she knew she didn't make that. Then she thought it was crazy that the quality was so good.
Right.
And then she felt so violated that all they needed was one long form video of her sitting there on her TikTok, and they can turn it into whatever they want.
I mean, seriously, talk about a nightmare that lasts longer than 4 hours.
See, that was the sniper. That was a good one.
That's a good one. Speaking of scammers, fake solar safe glasses are popping up everywhere.
Of course they are, because the solar eclipse is happening, and everybody's trying to make a quick buck.
So you need to make sure that they have a number. Do you know what the number is?
867-5309?
No, that's Jenny's.
Oh.
It's ISO 123122.
Can't they just put that on the fake glasses?
Of course they can. But I just want to put it out there. No,
Okay.
If you're on Amazon, make sure that you buy from a bona fide seller.
Correct.
Okay, not from like Joe's Solar Sunglass Hut.
If it's 40% cheaper, 50% cheaper, odds are you are not getting NASA-approved eclipse glasses.
Not at all. Okay, keep palm and pay on.
What is that?
Remember like keep calm and carry on?
Oh.
Okay, now I came up with my own version.
Is that keep palm and pay on?
Yes.
We're putting chips in our hands so we can pay for things?
Amazon One has a brand new iOS and Android app. And so that this way, when you go to Panera, Whole Foods, they say over 150 other stores, that instead of you like taking your phone to tap and pay,
right?
That now you go, here I am.
What is the technology with my palm that's completing the transaction?
Well, the palm is tied to your credit card.
Is there going to be a chip in my hand?
No.
Just my palm?
Just your palm.
The palm reading?
Yes.
Like a fingerprint?
Exactly.
Okay.
But now it's your palm. How do you feel about that?
I don't mind it. I mean, they scan my face every single day on my phone. We do fingerprints all the time. It's just another way of doing it. I really don't have an issue with it.
A lot of people are freaked out because they're saying like, this is my palm print and somebody's going to steal my palm print.
Well, this is your face print. And if they wanted to steal your face print, they could use it to access your things as well.
Do you remember that psychic lady we had on?
Yeah.
She read my palm.
Yeah? What'd she say?
She said that I'm going to have a long life.
That's good.
As long as I eat healthy and exercise.
That's all people on this planet.
It was special for me.
What's on your palm that says that?
I don't know.
That's everybody.
It's like the hand and this other thing. And then she said that I really did well financially in my life.
You did well. It's not that it's going to happen. It already happened. She's a past reader.
Yeah, she said that.
I think you're going to have one child. It'll be a boy. Yes. Oh, I see it. Yeah, because you went on her Instagram page.
Okay, there is that. Last time we were at the airport, this is coming at number 4.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how like people in wheelchairs, when they need to get on the plane, they go first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, of course, because they're going to take extra time to go down the jetway and get into their seat.
They need the space in the room.
But the problem is that the people who deal with wheelchairs, there's a really bad staffing shortage on airports all throughout the country.
Okay.
So
isn't that all business? Jeez, it seems like everybody can't find anybody to work.
I know, there's that. We're hiring too, by the way, in case anybody's watching. We are hiring.
Not you excluded.
What do you mean?
You're not excluded from that. You need people as well.
I thought you were saying like you were looking for my replacement.
No.
Something along those lines.
But if you are looking for a part-time job, it sounds like there's openings at the airport, Kim.
Yes. So there's a Japanese company by the name of Whirl. This is really amazing. Okay. So let's say you need a wheelchair to take you to the gate. So you go to check in your luggage. Okay. Then they're going to give you a robotic wheelchair.
So like a Waymo wheelchair?
Yes.
That's really cool.
It's actually very cool. And so you sit down. I watched a little demo of it. Sit down. And then there's a screen.
Mm-hmm.
And you just touch, this is your flight and this is the gate because it's all automatic and updated in real time. So you just say that. And then there's a place in the back for you to put your carry-on bag.
Okay.
And then it goes up to TSA.
Does it go through that line?
Yes.
It navigates that whole corkscrewed line?
Yes. Okay. And then it takes you to the gate.
That's so cool.
And then if there's somebody like walking in front of you, it goes ding, ding.
No honk?
No, it should be. I was thinking that should be like an old honk, like from an old Ford or something.
Like a beluga. Beluga.
You know what? Maybe there's an app for that we could just like sell to people. Like if they're in the wheelchair.
To update it?
Yes. Be like an upsell. Okay, you get the wheelchair for free. But if you want the custom horn package.
Right. If you want to tick people off, that is so neat.
It's going to launch in Los Angeles and Miami on American Airlines.
Here's the question, though. This is going to replace jobs. I know people aren't filling the jobs,
right.
But once it becomes commonplace and cheap enough, it's going to replace all of those people.
But so smart. I mean, not that it's going to replace. I mean, but it's just so smart. That, waiting for somebody and
right. That's like true. It's going to be fast.
It will. I think it's going to be great. We've talked about it here on the show. This coming in finally at number 5. The guy's name is Nolan Arbaugh. He's here in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, and he's the gentleman who got the first Neuralink implant.
Yes.
Okay. He's played chess. He pulled an all-nighter playing Civilizations.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. He's paralyzed, by the way, from a diving accident from the neck down. And so if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, Neuralink is Elon Musk's company. And he got the brain implant, and now he can send and receive text messages, and he just has this whole new lease on life.
All by thinking it.
Correct. Which is really, truly amazing. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is that it just came out in the news that 6 months ago, Nolan had no idea about Neuralink, had no idea that it even existed.
I didn't know either.
Okay. I did, but that's okay. But he had no idea it existed. So it's 6 months ago, he's sitting there and his phone rings and he had it on auto answer, by just using his voice. And his buddy, who's a biology major at a neuroscience lab at a nearby university. Okay. Calls him up and says, "Hey, dude, just want to let you know that there's like this Neuralink thing and it's put by Musk and you ought to so apply for this." And then Nolan says, "Are you drunk?" To his friend. And friend goes, "Yeah, I just had some beers and it's I know it's noon o'clock, but, so how he found out about it was one of his buddies who was drunk at noon called him to tell him to apply for it.
It's the Cinderella story.
It is.
It's a fairy tale.
I think we have some videos of him actually using it.
I'd like to introduce you to the first ever user of the Neuralink device.
Yeah, my name's Nolan Arbaugh. I'm 29 years old.
Do you want to explain a little bit what's going on here?
Yeah, so I love playing chess, and so this is one of the things that y'all have enabled me to do, something that I wasn't able to really do much the last few years, especially not like this. I had to use a mouse stick and stuff, but now it's all being done with my brain. If y'all can see the cursor moving around the screen, that's all me, y'all. It's pretty cool, huh?
I want to know what the learning curve is, right? Because
what do you mean?
You know how to think, but do you have to think about grabbing the cursor and moving it? Or is it just think about the cursor moving and the cursor moves?
That's a really good question. I don't know what that answer is. I think that you'd probably have to say move that.
You have to have that conscious thought.
Yes, I think that I would until you can program it.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, this is the first iPhone,
right?
First instance.
But just with the example of chess, if you want to move the pawn up 2 spaces, do you just think about that pawn moving up, or do you have to think I'm grabbing the pawn and now I'm moving the pawn 2 spaces, and now I'm letting the pawn go?
I think you probably have to grab the pawn.
Okay,
that's what I would guess. But I could be totally wrong.
I wonder, maybe we can try and get someone on who knows how the software works and the technology works, because I'm really curious about that.
Mads, that would be you.
Yeah. Get on.
Ever tried reading while jogging, cooking, or even juggling flaming torches? Yeah, it doesn't end well. But with audiobooks.com, you can conquer books without the circus act. Dive into over 450,000 titles, including more than 10,000 free ones. Get hooked on a bestseller, find your next obsession, or finally read that classic you've been avoiding since high school. And here's the inside scoop. Sign up today for a free 30-day trial and snag your first 3 audiobooks on the house. Sign up for your free trial at audiobooks.com/podcastfree today. That's audiobooks.com/podcastfree.
Hey, it's Kim Commando today. Don't forget to like, comment, share. Like, comment, share.
Easy.
That's all. And if you are listening to the audio version of the podcast, we totally love that. And you might be saying like, well, what's going on with the video? Well, you can actually watch us do the podcast Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we love that you're doing that. And we have like millions and millions of people who are watching this.
Mm-mm.
No?
Thousands.
Okay. Tens of thousands.
Yes. We're slowly getting
That's true. We are slowly.
to 100,000. And then, we'll build from there.
Is Jennifer still watching?
Of course, every day.
Okay, good.
And even if she misses the live, guess what she does? Watches it on a replay.
Does she?
On YouTube. She says she's tried every format. YouTube's the best way to watch the show.
Okay, so we want everybody to be like Jennifer.
Yes, because YouTube is, the way we can monetize the post.
And, and then she might be wondering like, well, who is Jennifer? Jennifer is Andrew's current girlfriend.
Current
I
girlfriend.
still can't believe you called her my current girlfriend.
We don't have to focus on that
Oh.
or ever bring it up again because then I hear about it every single time.
Well, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
It was just a misspeak. A misspeak that gets you in tons and tons of trouble.
Oh my gosh. It's awful. It's awful. Well, but she took you back.
Yeah.
That's important.
But you're not helping.
No.
No. On a scale of 1 to 10 in the help department, you're a 1.
This is like when those people, they drop me notes and say, are you guys sure you're not brother and sister? Because it's like, mom loves me more. Mom, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
I know you are, but what am I?
Exactly. All right. So we're going to speak with a gentleman by the name of Ron Tannenbaum
Yes.
because he got ripped off.
Yeah, his story's crazy.
Yeah, he's going to tell us how it happened. Tannenbaum. Oh, Tannenbaum.
Your bank account was taken by the Nigerians.
They were probably. It's more likely that they were Russian.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here.
We can do we'll do a remix later and throw in the
Well,
Russians.
So if you're going to do a remix, my name's Rob, not Ron.
Sorry.
It happens a lot. It's all the N's in my last name.
Oh,
There are like 14 N's in my last name.
So yeah, we just take them from the last name and we throw them in the first name.
So joining us is Adam Tannenbaum.
Yes.
Joining us is Rob Tannenbaum. And Rob, you're going to tell us all about how you got scammed so that this way we don't get scammed too. Now, first of all, I read about you. You're a pretty smart guy.
Ish.
I mean, you're no dummy.
Exactly.
I'm smart adjacent.
And all of this, I mean, all these things that were stolen and hacked from you, this really wasn't your fault at all because someone else responded to an email, right?
Well, I made one key mistake, which I'll get to in a minute because I don't want to tell the end of the story before the beginning.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Let's start from the beginning. Walk us through it.
Like everyone, a couple of times a year, I get an email that says, "Hey, our database was hacked. We're really sorry. Here's 2 days free of credit monitoring on us." And I knew that a password that I'd been using since the 90s was on the dark web. And systematically, over a period of time, I would replace that password, and there didn't seem to be any problem. I started to notice some unusual activity last summer. One thing was I got more than the usual number of password reset texts.
Okay.
I also had fraud on a credit card, and then the next day, fraud on a second credit card. That, I don't know what your experience has been, but the shelf life these days of a credit card is anywhere from 9 to 18 months.
Sure.
Because your numbers are going to get stolen and you got to change your credit card. So that wasn't so unusual. The two unusual things, first of all, I woke up one morning and there was a text message, an automatic notification that my investment advisor had replied to my email, but I hadn't emailed him.
Oh.
So I logged into my account and I saw a message from me, the person pretending to be me, asking to transfer money out of my account and into a different account. The next thing, so we secured my account and I sort of thought that that was the end of it. But then my Citibank checking account also had fraud and that had to be closed. I went online to order something from Amazon and I was locked out of my account. So I called customer service to find out what was going on. And, I was fortunate that I spoke to someone who was very smart. And he said, well, your account is locked because of repeated violations of terms of service.
Okay.
I said, I haven't gotten any emails about that. He said, we've been emailing you, so you should look in your email archive folder and see what's there. What the hackers had done was hack my email account and set up two filters so that any message from my investment bank, or I say my investment bank like I own an investment bank, a message from them or from, yeah, thanks, Adam, or from Amazon would go straight into the archive folder and I would never see it.
Wow,
So
that's smart. That's smart.
That was pretty ingenious. And there had been, most of my money, not that I have much, like 18 of my $20 in savings is in this investment account. So we secured that and I thought, okay, that's the end of it. I changed my username. I changed my password. And about 3 days later, I got a call from the investment advisor who said they just accessed your account again.
Wow.
So how was it possible that they knew my new username and my new password? What I eventually figured out was they had hacked my password manager. So the central mistake I made when I went and changed the passwords on all my different e-commerce and banking accounts, I didn't change it on my password manager, because whoever thinks that hackers are going to try to access your password manager, how would they even know?
The password managers, that's what they boast. They boast their security and that you use a password manager so you'll be secure.
I know. Yeah, it seems like LastPass gets hacked a lot. Which one were you using?
I used 1Password.
1Password.
I use LastPass.
Yeah.
My password to get my LastPass is like as long as the Constitution because I'm worried about it getting hacked.
What is your password?
All right, write this down. It's Cap. Wait a minute.
So
is it my name is not Adam 1990?
Call me Ron 64.
So when you updated all your passwords, but you didn't change the master password.
That's right.
Okay.
That was the stupid thing I did.
Okay. So now when you did all this, were you on your computer, and did your computer have any viruses or anything on it?
Kept scanning it for malware.
Nothing.
And there was no malware. I ran 2 different programs searching for malware. One of the things that I discovered in the course of this absolutely miserable experience is that cybersecurity doesn't really exist for individuals. Most cybersecurity experts, they want to work with companies. They want to have a $1 million annual contract. And if you're an individual person, it's hard to find any expertise. But through Facebook, a friend of a friend, there was a guy I talked to who didn't want me to use his name in the article I wrote. And he said, listen, you just need, he said, I don't know what they've done, but they are in your computer and you should assume that everything you do, they can see or know about. And you should, at this point, you should consider your computer toxic waste. So I took my computer offline. It's hard to live offline,
for sure,
especially if you're a writer, and replaced it with a new computer and started over. And one of the important things with starting over was not importing any of my existing applications other than what's native to a Mac, because spyware or malware, whatever they implanted, might have been in those applications.
So then conceptually, they were getting copies of every single thing that you did.
Conceivably, yeah. They saw, photos of my kid, my nudes, everything, really.
And those are priceless. So you really did lose a lot. So in the end, when it comes all down to it, what did you end up losing? After all of this, after all these breaches in all your accounts, were you out the money?
I lost a big fat zero.
Oh,
okay.
Because another thing I learned in the course of this is that there are some companies who are consumer friendly and some that aren't. Everybody knows that, but the extent to which the experience varies from company to company was astounding. So I had been a Citibank customer since, I don't even know, 30, 35 years. They closed my account without asking me and without even consulting me. There was fraud, and so they closed it, and they told me that if I wanted to reopen a checking account, I would have to carry a minimum monthly balance that was 20 times what my previous account
You're
had
kidding.
been.
what?
No, so screw Citibank. And also Amazon. I mean, look, I'm a journalist, and I played the I'm a journalist card with Amazon. They tried to be helpful, but there are 1.5 million employees at Amazon. It's a bureaucracy, and nobody I found was empowered to fix my problem. It just kept getting bumped from department to department. On the other hand, my investment bank, I'd lost $4,000. They restored that money.
Okay.
So I didn't lose that.
Yes.
What I lost was a certain amount of peace of mind and sleep and hours and hours of time. I'm living proof you do not want to get hacked. You certainly don't want your password manager hacked. So one of the things that I do now, I changed all my passwords again, except for some accounts that they're never going to want to access because there's nothing to be gained from it. And I have a separate password for each of my e-commerce and banking accounts. I do not reuse those passwords, which makes them harder to remember. And I'm not even really using a password manager at this point. My passwords are written down on an index card. And that way, if one of those passwords gets out on the dark web in a data breach, I don't have to worry about it because it's not repeated anywhere.
See, but you bring up a great point, Rob, is that we have all these big companies making trillions of dollars, know, not just Amazon, Citibank. I'm thinking about when you were talking about everybody who emails me or puts me a note on social, whatever it may be, that I got hacked by Facebook. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I probably hear that 5 to 10 times a day. Okay. And there's nobody to help. Mm-hmm. Okay. But it's for some reason when we get inside the tech industry, it seems to be like it's okay that you can't really get any help. I mean, think about if for some reason you couldn't open the gas cap on your GM car. Okay. And there was nobody to help you. Okay.
You just have to go read some forum somewhere on Reddit to try and figure it out.
Okay. That would be unacceptable. That you could not call American Airlines to say, you bumped me off of a flight and now I can't get. But we get inside the tech industry, the whole internet verse, and we think like, well, that's just the way it is.
But we accept it too, because when you have a problem with tech, the first thing you say is, well, there's obviously not an 800 number to call. I'm just going to have to figure this out on my own.
Or you get like what you did, right? You get a friend of a friend. Mm-hmm. You say, okay, how can you help me out?
Let's think individually about Facebook and Amazon as businesses. If you get hacked on Facebook, it doesn't hurt Facebook. No. It certainly doesn't hurt their bottom line. So why should they care? Why should they invest in customer service representatives who can be reached through an 800 number? It's a little different at Amazon because they did lose money. But again, it's scale. how much money do they lose a year through fraud? It must be minuscule compared to what their income is.
Well, I think I saw something that they're making like $8 million a minute. Some crazy number like that. It was just like...
Mostly from me, I think.
Not just you. I mean, my Amazon guy actually said, "Are you okay, Kim? Because you're not getting a box every day." I'm like, yeah, I know. Sorry. Well, this is great stuff. Rob, thanks for telling your story. We're, make sure that everybody's just aware. I mean, and that was really interesting about the archive folder. I had not heard of that.
Yeah, that's the next level. That's another thing we have to look out for when it comes to security of our stuff.
I tipped my hat to the bastards who stole my money.
You've always had what it takes to make it happen, and we know the right tools can make it easier. At Strayer University, we're always thinking about new ways to set you up for success. That's why we give you a brand new laptop when you enroll in a bachelor's program, so you can start off on the right foot and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more. Eligibility rules, restrictions, and exclusions apply. Connect with us for details. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Hey, it's Kim Komando. Today, we are getting almost near this incredible point with this podcast where if you have a great comment, I might give you just 15 seconds of fame.
A little love.
Exactly. So we want you to make sure that you like, comment, share. We're going to be grabbing all those comments, the best ones. We're going to be reading them. And if you are wearing Hey Dudes, you don't need to let us know. Okay? That whole bit is over. We did that like 30 days ago.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it.
I know. But it's like, I'm still getting like, okay, I mean, I noticed that you're wearing like Fendi shoes, not Hey Dudes. I mean, I'm like, yes. Okay.
They're great shoes. It's a great product. They should advertise on this podcast.
Okay.
I absolutely love my Hey Dudes.
And not for nothing. We didn't have anybody who wanted my Hey Dudes.
That's true. We tried to give them away.
Nobody
we couldn't give them away.
Okay. So then I took them over to Amber. I said, here, send these back to Amazon. Okay. And then I said to Allie, are you going to wear those Hey Dudes? She's like, absolutely not. And I'm like, okay, well, let's send yours back to Amazon
so
too.
So some person's going to buy Kim Komando used Hey Dudes?
I wore them for like 10 seconds.
Still used. Still game worn.
All right. So we're going a little over, but let's talk about Utah.
The state of Utah, first state in the union to pass AI rules and laws when it comes to business. There's two major portions. The first one is if you are a licensed business, so a therapist, a doctor, anything, a contractor, anyone who needs a license, and you're using AI as an interface with your customers, you have to divulge that. You have to tell your customer when they come in, if they're filling out a form, if they're getting a phone call, that is artificial intelligence that you're speaking with and interacting with.
So good news or bad news?
It's great.
Yeah.
The more the consumer knows, the fact of the matter is when you get these calls, I mean, you've gotten them when you've called a business and you think you're talking to a real human and you're not.
Annoying.
Well, it takes about 2 questions to figure out that it's a computer. But now they have to say it up front. Here's the big one. Telemarketers, robocalls, they will have to also say that this is artificial intelligence that they are using.
I got one today.
From an AI machine?
Yes. My name is Travis.
That's like, not a good one.
No.
It wasn't a good AI machine.
And it was like, want to talk to you about helping the children.
I got to get one that sounds like an old guy. It's like, hey, do you love the veterans? Because I love the veterans. But it's obviously artificial intelligence. And now they will have to say it at the beginning of the phone call. Tell the customer right away you're speaking to AI. And that the AI is recording you and recording the information and things you say. The penalty will be anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 per instance. If they
wonder why Utah was first.
I don't know. They just put in 2 councils on artificial intelligence within the government, and those councils are the ones that came with the law, brought it to the state Senate and Congress, and put it on.
We should think about
desk.
how we can use AI
here.
Yes,
you use AI every day, don't you?
No, I mean like as far as like with the show. I mean like instead of paying you. Well, I mean like that. I mean, we could have like an AI bot.
Yeah. No, I don't think we can implement it at all. I don't think it can happen. It's impossible. It's impossible.
You love podcasts, the stories, the laughs, the unexpected turns. But when this episode ends, the silence starts. Not anymore. Audiobooks.com turns that silence into your next great adventure. With over 450,000 titles, from bestsellers to hidden gems, your love for listening just found its new best friend. And because you already know the joy of audio, we're giving you 3 free audiobooks to start your journey. Imagine your favorite podcast, now with unlimited episodes. That's audiobooks.com. Keep the story going. Sign up for your free trial at audiobooks.com/podcastfree today. Because for podcast lovers like you, the end of an episode is just the beginning. That's audiobooks.com/podcastfree.
All right, it's Kim Commando today. You know, it's your great podcast, and you love it. So if you're listening to the audio version, make sure that you check out the video version. If you're checking out the video version, make sure that you check out the audio version.
It's easy.
So easy.
And both of them you can subscribe to, so you know exactly when a new episode drops of the video podcast or the audio version.
And speaking of subscribe,
yes,
look at that professional
so smooth
segue. Make sure that you get our free newsletter. You're going to love it. Sign up over at getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. But I'm going to do you a solid, one even better, that if you go to winfromkim.com, is that not only can you sign up for the newsletter, but you're also entered to win a $500 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, but probably I'm going to have to get the newsletter for like a whole year, right?
One issue.
Just one day?
That's it.
It's easy.
You want to know something about the contest?
Yeah.
Is that I made a mistake.
Okay.
I mean,
what happened?
That I thought like a $500 Amazon gift card would be like a great price.
Enticing, yes.
I mean, I thought like people would be like, oh yeah, I can use that to buy whatever I want.
Right.
Do you know we have like not too many people even entering?
And same thing can kind of happen with the laptop, right?
You know what? An iPhone.
Yeah,
that's all people want.
That's the one that spiked
I mean, it's like tens of thousands of entries on an iPhone. So guess what the next contest is going to be?
Samsung phone?
Yes, exactly. Oh, Huawei.
Jitterbug?
Yes. Jitterbug. Do. So here's the deal. If you want to win a $500 Amazon gift card.
Can you buy an iPhone for $500 on Amazon?
$700, probably the cheapest one. And that's going to be a refurb.
Yeah, it's true.
So, but anyway, but I'm just saying, if you want to win a $500 Amazon, this is a great contest, man, for you to do that.
And don't wait for the next contest to come where she's giving away an iPhone, because that may not happen.
Okay. But if you want to get a $500 Amazon gift card, the odds are in your favor.
You're just tanking us today.
I'm being honest.
Honest, okay, that's fair.
Okay, what should I have said?
You should have said, you should have cut it off at win for Kim. What is it again?
Winfromkim.com.
It's too new. It takes me a while to get it programmed in there. You should have just said, go to winfromkim.com, get $500 gift card, and moved on. Went straight to the comments.
Okay. Wow. A little rough on me today, aren't you?
I am.
I told you. You know, when you got here, I even said to you, I said, you're tired today. A little cranky. Little cranky.
I guess I am ornery.
All right. Liz Dotson loved your past tense.
Of course she did. They love your jokes.
They do. Iris L. O'Neill.
Ooh.
Do you think they're Irish?
I don't think so.
She prefers glamping. You and me both, girlfriend. Okay.
When's the last time you've been camping? Like sleeping on the ground camping? Did the year start with 1980 something?
Well, there was Boy Scout camp.
Oh, okay.
I slept in my car.
So that doesn't count.
You know what they have at the Beverly Wilshire?
This doesn't sound like a camping story, but I'm going to still listen.
Okay. Is that you can, on the roof of the Beverly Wilshire in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Okay, is that they have a room that has a tent. And then there's and it's a Four Seasons.
Sure. So
inside this tent is a beautiful Four Seasons room on the roof of the Beverly Hills Wilshire.
Did you stay there?
Yes.
How was it?
It was fabulous.
Did it feel like you were camping?
There were no crickets.
Yeah, I'm going to guess 1985.
And there was a potty.
Last time you camped.
Shirley says, so many lunar ticks selling sunglasses.
That's good.
I like that.
That's a homemade joke, and that one's funny.
Megan Hunt, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday.
Gary Sumner says, that's really cool. Hello there, Beta Gary. Patsy Healy says, probably don't want people really knowing what I'm thinking at times. Just saying.
That's true. What if you're like, you think of something and a browser all of a sudden opens? There's got to be a way to control it.
Richard Allegra, thank you. This is just a great comment. Thanks to your recent episode on Now Hooked on There I Ruined It.
What's
YouTube.
There I Ruined It?
It's just a hilarious channel. And he says, always learn something new with Kim Commando. Thank you.
I'll have to check that one out.
Anna Gregory says, I never understood how the scammers can use celebrities like Dr. Oz in their scammy ads and they get by with no consequences. It's obvious that it's fake. There's so many. Or one's like, let's say, like Shark Tank. I seen on Shark Tank.
Google said they're going to try and crack down.
Yeah, whatever.
And I believe the word try was in quotes.
Yeah. Richard says, stupid iPhone changed Kim's name to Komodo.
Komodo.
Hi, Kim Komodo here. Kim Komodo. Boniot said he didn't lose. So glad he didn't lose a lot of money after the password hack problems.
Yeah, he got all his money back. I mean, tons of time. If you read his article on his whole story, I mean, he had to work. It was like a full-time job trying to get unhacked.
Yeah, for sure. Heart to heart for me, going to get worse with AI. It's a double-edged sword. Jim wants to know, how often should passwords be changed? You know, that's a good question because science and research has proven that if you have to change your passwords, remember, like, I don't know if you remember, but years ago, IT would send a note. It's been 30 days, 90 days.
I have to.
Okay. The science has shown that if you have to change your password every 90 days, you're like, screw it. I'm just going to make it an easy password.
It's true. I've had the same bank password the entire time I've been with my bank. I've never once changed it. And I feel like, why are you putting your hands together like that?
You're just begging. You're begging to get hacked.
But I think that it's a very, very strong password, and that's why it's lasted the test of time. Now,
Andrew has no money, $1, $1234.
Negative $,
Okay, I see.
I know you're a big sports fan.
I
so
love
you
sports.
already know this.
Yes.
That the Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets in Texas, both basketball teams.
I was just going to ask. I'm sorry.
This is for chat. This is not for you. I know you know this. They are on incredible winning streaks. The Houston Rockets were in like the 12th spot in the Western Conference, and now they're only a half game out of being a playoff team. They are red hot.
Gosh, you know what? That just makes me so happy.
Neither team has lost a game since Texas banned Pornhub.
Wait, say that again?
Neither team has lost a game since Texas banned Pornhub.
Maybe they're actually watching something else.
They're also, the hockey team there has only lost one game, and the other basketball team has only lost one game. There is this super sports focus. Athletes are now nothing else to do, so they're focusing on their craft. So this is what my plan is.
Okay.
The year of the next Olympics, we turn off all porn on the entire internet. We will win so many gold medals. I'm telling you, Russia, we will destroy Russia. We will destroy China.
Wouldn't you turn it off for them too, or you just let them have all the porn?
No, we double theirs.
Okay.
Yes,
all
we
right.
double the amount in
Give
Russia
them like
and China.
OnlyFans, OnlyNans,
Free,
whatever it might be.
Put it on local TV, have huge jumbotrons in downtown Beijing just playing it because the state of Texas is red hot and cannot be beaten since Pornhub's been blocked.
Okay, so who's going to win?
Who's going to win what?
Between the Mavericks and the Rockets. Do they not play each other?
They don't.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not how it works.
I don't know these things.
Who's going to win?
You're so mean to me.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, let's go to the Super Bowl.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.
Marcus is a connoisseur of anything that's free, so he was happy to read the disclaimer on TurboTax Free Edition.
Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Form 1040 and limited credits only. See how at TurboTax.com. That's me!
File your taxes 100% free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your max refund guaranteed. See if you qualify to file for free at TurboTax.com. See Max Refund Guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
You've always had what it takes to make it happen, and we know the right tools can make it easier. At Strayer University, we're always thinking about new ways to set you up for success. That's why we give you a brand new laptop when you enroll in a bachelor's program, so you can start off on the right foot and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more. Eligibility rules, restrictions, and exclusions apply. Connect with us for details. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.